How are we getting on? So, I pretty much figured that you got to start somewhere, and you got to start from the very beginning with anything, really. And the first installation is obviously going to be a quick look at the OG itself, Detective Comics issue 27. This is the first appearance of Batman. I don't have this comic on paper because, I'm not a billionaire in real life. I'm sorry to break it to you. Irish Batman isn't as rich as Bruce Wayne himself. But I do have it in the DC Comics graphic novel collection, Batman Hush Part 1. Detective Comics issue 27 is in the back of Hush Part 1. Okay, so there you go. We have it. It's in the back of Hush Part 1 in the DC Comics graphic novel collection series. It's just called Detective Comics. Starting this issue, the amazing and unique adventures of the Batman for 10 cents. Number 27, May 1939. 64 pages of action. Oh yeah, let's crack into it. So we get to the first page. The Batman, The Case of the Chemical Syndicate by Robert Kane. Yeah, I know, Bob Kane was famous for that. Not mentioning Bill Finger. The Batman, a mysterious and adventurous figure fighting for righteousness and apprehending the wrongdoer in his lone battle against the evil forces of society. His identity remains unknown. So it starts off, the home of Commissioner Gordon. Bruce Wayne and Commissioner Gordon are sitting there just, Gordon has a cigar and Bruce Wayne is just smoking a pipe in like a yellow suit. I mean, he's looking pretty fly in that yellow suit. It's a bit of a strange look for Bruce Wayne. But then again, in BTAS, he was wearing a brown suit the entire show, so I'd love to know who his tailor is. So Bruce Wayne says, well, anything happening these days? Oh, no, Bruce, except this crazy fellow called the Batman. He puzzles me. And then Commissioner Gordon gets a phone call. Hello, what's that? Lambert, the Chemical King, stabbed to death? His son's fingerprints on the knife? I'll be right over. Talk about something exciting. I'm going there now. Do you want to come with me? Oh, well, suppose I will, yeah. Nothing else to do. So the Commissioner and Bruce Wayne speed towards the Lambert residence. Hello, Sergeant. Everything under control? Yes, sir. We've got young Lambert in the back room. Great stuff. So they go into the crime scene. Lambert's son is there. I didn't do it, Commissioner. Believe me, I didn't do it. And then blah, blah, blah. And Gordon talks to him. And then he tells his story that as he rushed in, he found his father lying there on the floor. He pulled the knife out of his father's body. Not the wisest move, to be honest. Contract! Oh, Jesus! Yeah, his dying words were contract. And then he's there telling the story. And then Gordon's like, did your father have many enemies who were in interest of his business activities? Bruce Wayne is a hat all of a sudden. Lambert's son says, not that I know of. Apart from his business partners, Stephen Crane, Paul Rogers, and Alfred Stryker. Stryker with a Y. Love it. And then Chief O'Hara there in the corner. Commissioner, there's a man named Stephen Crane who wants to speak with old Lambert. When I told him that old Lambert was murdered, he got very excited and wanted to speak to you. Looking very suspect here. You're not making it very difficult for them. This is Commissioner Gordon. What's the trouble? And then Stephen Crane on the phone says, last night Lambert called him and told him he received an anonymous threat in his life, and today that he got the same one. And Gordon's like, okay, right. And then Bruce is all like standing there going, I'm bored of this, I'm going home. Yeah, we all know where you're going, pal. Okay, we're back. I didn't actually press record again, but okay, whatever. Meanwhile, in Stephen Crane's gaff, he's sitting in his library with a feeling of impending danger. Then suddenly, a guy just jumps in the window with a gun. With a sickening shot, Crane slumps in his chair dead. The murderer rushes to the safe and secures a paper. Oh, I wonder what's on the paper. Contract! His mate is on the roof. Did you get the paper? Oh yeah. As the two men leer over their conquest, they do not notice a third menacing figure standing behind them. It is the Batman. Oh, Jesus. The Batman! The Batman lashes out with terrific right, he grabs the second adversary in a deadly headlock, and with a mighty heave, sends the burly criminal flying through space. Not through actual space. The Batman swiftly picks up paper that the murderer stole from Stephen Crane's safe. Meanwhile, the Commissioner draws up in his car. It's the Batman! Get him! Mr. Crane has been murdered, sir. It's horrible. Okay, so Mr. Crane had a butler, so he's a pretty rich dude. That's 2 partners out of the 4 that have received threatening notes. The other 2 must have received them too. Let's go to Rogers next. The Batman reads the paper he snatched from the killers, and a grim smile comes to his lips. Let's just move on. He speeds in his car that's definitely not the Batmobile because it's red, forward to an unknown destination. Meanwhile, Rogers, who has learned about Lambert's death by news broadcast, has already gone to his neighbouring laboratory of his erstwhile partner, Alfred Stryker. Hello, Jennings. I must see Stryker quickly. Won't you come in? Sock. Just batters him and ties him up in the basement of his laboratory. One more out of the way. Soon I'll control everything. Okay, so I'm starting to gather that the fat guy is the boss of this one. This is the gas chamber I use to kill guinea pigs. What the fuck kind of sick dude is this? But now you are my guinea pig. When this glass lid covers you entirely, gas will come through the jet and kill you. You fiend. So this lad uses this glass case to kill guinea pigs, and now, I don't know if he means that literally, but still, it's a bit fucking weird. Jennings pulls a brake which starts the glass down over Rogers, and certain doom. Dun-dun. I'm going down now to turn the gas on. Sleep well. At that moment, the Batman leaps through an open transom. The Batman seizes a wrench from the table and leaps for the gas chamber. The Batman quickly plugs the gas jet with a handkerchief as the gas chamber descends entirely over there. Then he unties Rogers with a powerful swing. Oh yeah. Jennings returns and is startled by the Batman. He reaches for his gun. What? The Batman greets Jennings with a flying tackle and punched him in the head. Meanwhile, Alfred Stryker has heard the crash of the gas chamber as he enters the laboratory. Rogers, what happened? Jennings tried to kill me. However, Stryker has not noticed the Batman, who has secluded himself in the shadows. So he didn't get you after all. Well, I'll finish you and throw your body in the acid tank below. Oh, my hand! What's the idea? Why did he try to kill me? This rat was behind the murders. You see, I learned that you, Lambert, Crane, and Stryker were once partners in the Apex Chemical Corporation. Stryker, who wished to be the sole owner, but having no ready cash, made secret contracts with you to pay a certain sum of money each year until he owned the business. He figured by killing you and stealing the contracts, he wouldn't have to pay his money. A very clever scheme. And being the contracts were a strict secret between the 4 of us, our heirs in the outside world would know a thing about them. Well, how did you know all this? I secured this contract from one of his hired killers. Dun, 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 dun. Suddenly, Stryker, with the strength of a madman, tears himself free from the grasp of the Batman. That actually rhymes. He's falling right into the acid tank. A fitting end for his guy. You know, what they could have done here was, right, this is my only critique of this comic so far, is that they could have made Stryker a skinny dude with, like, brushed back hair, and then falling into the acid, he later becomes the Joker. But I guess they weren't planning that far ahead. I mean, the Joker didn't even exist by the time this comic was written. Anyway. How could I ever thank you? Oh, he's gone. The next day, a young Bruce Wayne is again a visitor at the Commissioner's house. Who has just finished telling Bruce the latest exploits of the Batman. And then Rogers said that the Batman went through the skylight. A very lovely fairy tale, Commissioner. Indeed. And then after Bruce Wayne is gone. Bruce Wayne is a nice young chap, but he certainly must lead a boring life. seems disinterested in everything. Bruce Wayne returns home to his room. A little later, his door slowly opens and reveals its occupant. If the commissioner could see his young friend now, he'd be amazed to learn that he is the Batman. Robert Kane, finish. Watch for a new thrilling Batman story next month. And that is it. There you have Detective Comics issue 27. Altogether, the artwork, it's primitive, but that was the time. You know, comics weren't really that detailed. A lot of color, a lot of kind of action shots. You know, I like it. Detective Comics issue 27. Yeah, it works. It's good. So that was the first appearance of Batman. And I hope you enjoyed my reading of it. When Bruce Wayne and Commissioner Gordon are driving to the crime scene at the beginning, they take Bruce Wayne's car. And it's the same car Batman uses later on in the book. And I know it's not Commissioner Gordon's car, because we see that Commissioner Gordon's car is the green car that we see. Gordon must have seen Batman driving off in Bruce Wayne's car, and he didn't think to put two and two together. Look, I'm not ripping on it. I'm just noticing something. Gordon should have noticed that Batman was driving Bruce Wayne's car. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, so it's an enjoyable read. It's a bit wordy. I'll give it that. It's a bit wordy. The artwork's pretty good. In the version I'm reading, he doesn't have the purple gloves, which he originally did have when this comic came out. All the gloves that Batman was wearing was purple. In this, it's blue. So, yeah, that's Detective Comics issue 27. We've officially put our first foot in the door on this journey of reading every Batman comic ever written. Next time on this channel, you'll be seeing me review issue 28 of Detective Comics. And let's see if it's an improvement on this one. Maybe it will be, maybe it won't be as good. Who knows? Anyway, keep it real. Batman out.